There's a lot of different elements to playing jazz, or improvising in general. Very important things: time, rhythm, feel, sound. One thing that while you're developing those things on your instrument is to start learning the language of jazz, what notes to play. And basically, with the language of jazz consists of harmonies and scales and resolutions and various other things that you can actually show you a lot of in iImprov-Fundamentals. But let's start with scales. Even as an early improviser, there are certain things that you can play just knowing your major scales. And from your major scales, you'll also learn other scales to fit over all types of chords. But one thing important, instead of just thinking each note of the scale as the actual notes, like for example, playing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, it's important in learning the language of jazz to start thinking in terms of function. So I want to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Because later on, as you get going, you'll make alterations to that major scale to make different colors. Like, for example, that's major. If we lower the seventh, make a flat 7, we get a different color. Or it's sometimes called mixolydian, or it's the sound of a dominant 7th chord. If we flat the 3rd, we get the Dorian minor, very common minor. So making simple alterations in the major scale, we're creating other chord colors. But not even jumping ahead that far, just knowing your major scale alone, you can do your first improvisations, because there are certain chord progressions that allow you to do your first improvisations with just 7 notes of the major scale. Here's one. I'll give you an example. So using just the notes of the major scale, I'm actually able to create melodies over that progression. And also, so that was a 1-6-2-5 progression. This is just a repeating minor 2 minor going to 5. And this is also a case where you can actually use just your major scale. And as you learn the language, you can certainly go much deeper than that, but it's a great starting place. Here we go. So you can see there is fun in practicing scales. It doesn't just have to be running them up and down the exercise books. And when you do those exercise books, do think of them numerically, diatonically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Happy practicing.